Aliens hop in your TARDISes, you're listening to another episode of Doctor. Huh?
What did he do with Banana?
Why is he hitting the gritty? Why is he doing that?
They told me with Banana.
He's no. They were saying, does he dance? Does he dance? And they said, nay. Does he do any of the popular Fortnite dances? Does he do Orange Justice, or does he do...
Oh, I must have been talking to a horse.
Mm-hmm. I am your...
When I asked it...
Yeah.
When I asked what dance he does.
What did the horse say? He whips and nays, and the horse was wrong. And the horse was wrong. So,
And horses are fucking liars, so I should have known. Anyway.
You were talking to the two horses, and he's like, my brother always tells the truth, and I always lie. Is that anything?
Those horses.
Yeah, fuckers.
Those... oh my god. So I'm so angry. Let's just go.
I'm Jordan, and I know exactly where my mom is.
Ow. Oh, god. Sorry. Oh, Jesus. I just got a really bad leg cramp. I'm wearing my nano jeans today.
I get it.
Oh, and I'm Sam.
Who? Yeah. Oh, okay. Full disclosure, first of all, we're going to probably be saying mummy a lot in this episode.
Mummy.
So just be aware of that, because it's unavoidable when talking about this episode.
About Series 1, Episode 10, The Doctor Dances, written by Stephen Moffat, directed by James Hawes.
First and foremost, everyone knows this is a good episode. Oh, well, maybe people who haven't ever seen the show don't know that. But like anyone who's seen the show... No, yeah.
Loved it.
Okay, good. I loved it too. It's the best episode we've watched so far.
Yeah, I think so. Sorry, Ransgrove Kolos. I mean, it would have been a fucking Shakespearean tragedy if we got to the end of this podcast and the Battle of Ransgrove Kolos was our favorite episode of Doctor Who.
Could you imagine how our listeners would feel if we were like, yeah, I guess that was alright, but I still like Battle of Ransgrove Kolos more.
These are very different episodes, you'll find.
Very different episodes.
For very different things.
So I watched this episode. The last time I had seen season 1 episode in the Doctor Dances was when I was watching the show, which I was looking at.
Oh my god, I was watching the show when I was
watching the show my first time through, which if I'm judging correctly was somewhere in the ballpark of 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And there were moments in this episode that I remember like it was yesterday, which I think speaks to how memorable it is.
Yeah, Lauren seemed to remember a lot of it, too. I guess there's a lot of GIFs that have been made of this episode.
It just fucks me up that Stephen Moffat wrote a good one. How did he do that? He apparently wrote a lot of good ones.
Well, that's what we always have... that I've always heard, is that he was great at writing one-off stories, and not at writing...
Doctor Who.
Big arcs.
Sherlock Holmes.
I can't vouch for that, but that's what I've heard. Yeah, this was a great episode.
It was a banger.
I don't want to just lay Ransgrove Kolos to rest, because I still liked that episode.
I liked Ransgrove Kolos.
But yeah, this was just fun. It's just a fun episode.
It's fun, it's scary, it's memorable, it's funny.
This is an episode because this is what my impression of Stephen Moffat is that he is a guy who gets ideas for things that would be cool, and then he does them. And sometimes he's wrong. But Stephen Moffat saw one of those viral pictures that goes around of children wearing gas masks and said, that's creepy. And he was right.
He is like, what is scary? What do gas masks and air raid sirens?
Stephen Moffat heard a child in his home country of the United Kingdom saying mummy, and he said, mummies, those are monsters. That's terrifying.
We also have an Ecclesode in the room, or should I say an elephant in the room, which is that we have, this is our first episode on the pod with Ninth Doctor. Now, this was a long time coming, and I think we both hyped ourselves up sufficiently for it. So I gotta ask, how do you feel about number 9?
I remembered liking him back in the day when I watched, I think it was just the first 3 episodes of Series 1. And it was great to see him again. I liked him a lot.
Him. He's great. He's my favorite so far. Well, he's my favorite of the new Who Doctors.
Do you think you like McCoy more?
I've only seen one McCoy though. Is
Again,
the problem.
it's Ransgrove Kolos and Dr. Dances. They're going for very different types of things.
You say McCoy? You
What?
said Ranskoraf Kolos and the Dr. Dances, and then you were talking about McCoy, and I got a little confused.
Oh no, I'm just saying that's
just...
the new apples and oranges.
Oh, I see. Yeah, it's kind of wordy. I don't know if I like Eccleston more than McCoy, but I've seen all of Eccleston's episodes a long time ago, and I saw one of McCoy's episodes recently. So we'll see. But
4.
That's true. So we'll see. Here's the thing, Eccleston was he was the Doctor for one season exactly, and by all accounts, he was not really a huge fan of playing the Doctor. He wasn't the Doctor we deserved.
He doesn't like dancing.
But we didn't deserve him. He's really good at this as this character, and I think he's great. He's really good.
Yeah.
And he's funny,
I also got
charming,
to meet Jack Harkness.
Yeah, we did get to meet Jack Harkness, Black Jack Harkness.
He had some fun moments.
He had some fun moments. I think we see this episode definitely is not perfect. It shows its age a little bit in the homophobia of it all a little bit.
Well, I thought the homophobia was more of like a gotcha on Rose.
It was kind of a gotcha on Rose. I kind of think that portraying the bisexual guy as like the most horny, like super hypersexual man in the universe is a little bit much.
Yeah, that's true.
And also there was the thing with Nancy and the old man with the...
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah,
right. But it was 2005. I think we can say it was a different time.
Actually, it was 1941.
It's coming up on, in a couple years, this episode will be 20 fucking years old, so that's really messed up to think about.
Old enough to die.
Old enough to die on an episode of Doctor Who, but not this one, because just this once.
Now I'm trying to think. Have we watched other episodes where nobody dies? Nobody died in Rosa, technically.
I should say that if I remember my Ecclesodes correctly, they have a considerable body count. That's not even
not in the way that the Doctor is usually.
not in the Queen Elizabeth I kind of way. This episode had a good recap at the start. So I don't think you were... I'm assuming you weren't particularly lost in the general vibe.
I followed it enough. We're in 1941 Britain during the Blitz. Jack Harkness is a con man. There's kids with gas masks fused to their face and scars on their hands. I don't think the scars really came up. It came up, but it comes up really...
It's explained at the end.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
And they say that if you touch the gas mask kids, you become like them, which
right.
I guess that's true. Yeah, we're in like a were we like cutting back and forth between a boarding house and a hospital? I was a little confused at the beginning.
The Doctor, Rose, and Jack are in a hospital, and then yes, they're in a hospital. I want to say, just because it's in the previously on, and I really liked it. When the Doctor and co are all surrounded by the gas mask, they're not kids; they're all adults. There's one kid. He's like the leader of them.
Right.
And then, of course,
about that at first.
very iconically, we all will say it a bunch of, but they all go, "Are you my mummy?
Are you my mummy?"
It's very creepy. And very much like, oh, I bet. What was like the scariest episode of Courage the Cowardly Dog for you as a child?
I think it was Return the Slab.
Yeah, definitely Return the Slab for me. And I feel like, I bet there's a whole generation of British children who are now in their early 20s, and to them, "Are you my mummy?" is the Return the Slab of their childhood. Anyway, the Doctor says, "Go to your room. I'm very, very angry with you.
I'm very cross with you." And yeah, all the gas mask people are like, "Oh," and they just like get in bed.
And then he says, "I'm so glad that worked. Those would have been terrible last words." And that's just really good, great joke. There's a couple good. Did you like the banana joke? Because I thought it was pretty fun.
I did like the banana joke. We'll talk more about it.
Yeah,
I liked it though.
Anyway, okay, let's see.
There's a little gas mask kid. This is the gas mask kid.
His name is Jamie. There's a...
He has been told to go to his room, so he's, like, walking down the street alone. There's a woman named Nancy who is, like, watching him walk away, and she's crying.
Yeah. She's, like... She looks very young. She's, like, a young woman. Like, I thought she was in her, like, teens.
I thought she was Amy Pond.
I thought she was Amy Pond. But her name is Nancy, and we find out later that the leader of the gas mask crew is Jamie, her brother. Wink. And then we're back in we're in the hospital. So
just knowing what this whole situation turns out to be later, referring to Jamie as the leader of the gas mask crew is a hell of a thing.
What it is, he's in charge of them.
He's clearly their boss. I don't know.
They literally are like,
he's
literally right near the end of the episode, the doctor refers to him as like the officer, the
general,
commander, general, yeah.
So Rose and Jack are looking at all the gas mask people in the hospital beds, and they're like, what's with the gas masks? And the doctor says, oh, those are not masks. That is flesh and bone.
That's their face. I'm so glad that they do show the transformation in this episode, because
oh my god, I thought they weren't going to do it because it happens off screen to one person, and I was like, oh man, and then we see it, and I was like, oh god.
I don't want to spend too much time talking about The Empty Child, because, we'll watch it eventually, but you do see the entire thing happen on screen in the previous episode, but for the most part, we just see it we see a little bit of it, and it's awful, and I hate it.
So Jack Harkness, the doctor asks him about the con that he was trying to pull that apparently failed last episode. What was it supposed to be? And he explains, he calls it a self-cleaning scam. You find some space junk, doesn't matter what it is. You wait until a quote-unquote time agent tracks it back to Earth.
I don't know what that means. Yeah, I have no idea what a time agent is.
Maybe it's like Time Squad, if you ever watch Time Squad.
Yeah.
Where it's our job to, like, clean things up around space. Like,
surely at some point in our time watching this show, there will be a time agent.
Well, there's one right here. It's Jack Harkness, apparently.
No, he's not a time agent.
Though.
He's
a former time agent, he said. Yeah. But you wait until a time agent, which I assume is just someone who's supposed to, like, clean up time fuckery, tracks it back to Earth. You tell him it's super valuable. You give him a price. You say, I'm going to take 50% up front, and then the idea is that you say, okay, we will pick it up on this day in this location, and then you wink internally, knowing that you've given them a time and place where it's going to get blown up by a bomb falling, or he mentions Pompeii as an example.
He says Pompeii if you wanted to make a vacation of it, which is very, very good. I love that.
It's a very conceptually funny, I will say... I would think a time agent, if their job is indeed to make sure that everything is normal in the timeline, would probably know when Pompeii happens and where, which is that it's in Pompeii. Oh, but then he says the last step is you buy the time agent a drink with their own money, and you just go to the bar and talk about how life sucks, and then you leave.
I like Jack in this episode.
They never know that the thing that they paid for was worthless junk.
Yeah. So what he has sent to Earth, and I guess we must know this in just from context, is that, like, there's some, like, space junk in a train yard that they know is going to get bombed. Like, they know a bomb is going to fall.
Right. That was his plan. Was the time agent was going to pay for it. And then he would be like, okay, pick it up from this train yard, knowing that it's going to get blown up by a bomb.
The Germans got it. Dang it.
Oh, man. Well, I probably shouldn't have left it there. Oh, well. Let's go get a drink.
An air raid siren begins to go off, which the doctor thinks is all clear, and I don't know why he thinks that, because...
No, it was... I thought it was Jack that said it was an all clear.
Maybe. Someone
says it was an all... I mean, there is an all clear. I just don't know what it is, so I can't comment.
Back with Nancy, the young lady.
Did you mention that they say that the space junk in question was a burnt-out medical transporter, is what Jack Harkness says. The doctor says that whatever he had must have done this, but he's like, it was empty.
It was empty, yeah. There's nothing in it. It was not my fault.
And also, I set it to land somewhere that nobody was, so, like, there shouldn't be any problem. I had nothing to do with this, he insists.
Yeah, he lies.
Well, he's wrong. I think he thinks he's right, but he's not.
I think I feel like if we were inside the head of Jack Harkness, we would think he probably realizes that he is the cause of this, but he doesn't know why, so he's just going to insist that it's not his fault.
No way. I didn't do anything.
Way. Everybody knows that during the Blitz, London got assailed by the gas mask crew. This is definitely not my fault for bringing some foreign space junk to the...
Exactly. So Nancy is like looking around this house that she's in, and she gets jump scared by a little boy in a gas mask, and she's like, but then the boy takes it off and says, "Hey, you like more gas mask?"
So Nancy's like some kind of Fagin-esque figure. She's like a
I know you ain't my mummy.
She's like an older urchin girl taking care of the younger urchins. I think she's like burglarizing houses or something.
Yeah, I think that this was the kid who lives in this house catching her stealing from them or something like that. Because he like calls his dad in, and the parents like grab her and they like drag her inside. I was kind of confused at this part, but it makes enough sense.
It makes more sense now.
Next time we see her.
Back in the hospital with the doctor and Jack and Rose,
and Jack calls him Spock, which is a reference.
Oh, also, yeah, it's a reference to Kyle XY, I'm pretty sure. Also, I should say Jack Harkness is American, and we know he's played by John Barrowman, famous for playing Jack Harkness in Doctor Who, among other things, probably. And you can tell he's American because he's not like, "Hey, doctor, you gotta watch out for the goyles over there," which is kind of
also famous for getting his penis out, apparently.
He'd love to get his penis out, apparently.
It was a joke, he says.
What are you talking about?
Oh, are you not aware of this?
Did he do a horrible crime? Did he get his penis out?
So apparently this was a thing that like he was a guy who would get his penis out as a joke.
It's very funny it's a beloved comedy bit to get your penis out.
He has said that he understands now that it was inappropriate and he wouldn't do it now, but apparently there's just like a million stories on the set of Doctor Who of John Barrowman just like getting his dick out and be like, that's my penis. I'm just kidding.
So funny.
And then he puts his dick away.
So funny.
So
funny. So
funny. If I have to know that, we all have to know that.
Thanks for telling me that. That's so funny.
Yeah. I mean, no, it's not, but...
It's not funny, but, like, why would you do that?
He said it was just a bit of body humor.
Where's the joke, though?
There it is. There's my penis.
There it is. Anyways, let's see, they are, running through the hospital. Oh, hey, I think I told you about this a couple weeks ago, and this is the episode that it comes up in. Jack takes out his sonic blaster, and I think the doctor wants to find out like what kind of tech Jack has.
When did you mention this?
I mentioned it. Well, I mentioned about the doctor destroying a sonic something factory.
I don't remember that.
Jack is like, "Oh, this is my sonic blaster. It's from what is it?
51st century villain guard."
And he says, "Oh yeah, I've been to that weapons factory once." And then
Jack is
says,
like, "Well, I hope you enjoyed it while it was there, because it's destroyed now." And the doctor says, he's like, "Oh, I know. There's a banana grove there now. I like bananas. Bananas are good." Which I like that because it's like, yeah, it's the random like, haha, bananas are funny. But I liked also that it was like...
You lift out the line. He says, "I've been there once." And then Jack says, "Well, it got blown up." And he said, "Like I said, once. There's a banana grove there now." Blah, blah,
but
blah.
I like the way that he says it where it's like, bananas are good. And he like puts the emphasis on like...
Good.
Bananas are good.
They're
so
not
it's
weapons.
Like... They're not weapons. I think it's better that there is a banana grove there now. Because as we know, there's never, ever been any banana-related violence.
No one's ever thrown a banana peel in front of Mario and caused him to careen into the...
Right, that's what I meant.
Yeah, okay. I couldn't tell if that's what you were going for.
Yeah, I was talking about Mario Kart. Rose compliments Jack's gun on making a big square hole in the door that they're trying to get through.
There's a ongoing bit in this episode that Jack's gun is like... It's like loaded with special features, and he keeps showing them off to Rose. Like, "Hey, look, mine can make a square hole. Mine can do all this." It's like he's doing like an infomercial for the gun that he's using. He's like, "And Rose, isn't it really nice? You ever want a square hole in the door? Well, we got the square feature."
Oh my God! Now that is amazing. You just cut a perfect square in the door.
She's doing like he's doing like Rainbow Sponge Lady. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
So they go through the square hole in the big metal
Rainbow
door,
Sponge Lady.
and they see that everything in this room is all smashed up. There's like an observation room, but the window is broken open,
and it's
so
like a child's bedroom, and it's covered in children's drawings of presumably the mummy in question.
I hate to nitpick this, but these are clearly all drawn by different children.
Yeah. I mean, what are they gonna do? They're gonna make force one child to draw 100 mummies?
I think maybe 3 or 4 would have done it, and then they could just make copies, but this is fine. It's not a big deal.
Draw more mummies! I'm so tired, I want to go home!
So...
This is a part that I remember so clearly from my youth of watching this episode.
The doctor presses play on this recording, on this tape, and we hear the child is like, whoever was like observing the child is like, do you know where you are?
Doctor something. We meet this guy.
Is this the doctor, Constantine?
No, we know the doctor. He's not the one. Yes, Dr. Constantine is
Constantine. They say, which
Constantine.
I didn't like.
Yeah, I didn't like that either. But yeah, Dr. Constantine, I guess, is the doctor at this hospital, and he's been like investigating ? This child, and he's like asking all these questions, and of course the child says I always thought the child says one thing, which is, "Are you my mummy?" But he actually says a lot of things in this episode.
He says a few things. The doctor's like, "Do you know where you are?" He says, "Are you my mummy?" The doctor says, "Are you aware of what's around you?" He says, "I want my mummy." And Rose says that she's heard this voice before, which I assume happened in the previous episode. We go back to Nancy, who will learn who she is pretty soon. But the grumpy dad of the house, Mr. Lloyd, says that the police are on their way. I think it's implied that she was like stealing food from their house.
Yeah,
he's
like
pissed.
She's like stealing food to bring it to her own gang of
right.
kiddos,
but then he's like sarcastically like, "Oh, is there anything else you want from my house while you're at it?" And she's like, "Yeah, how about some wire cutters and a flashlight and another look through your pantry while I'm at it, because you're gay.
You're having sex with a man, and here's how I know it."
Everyone knows that your family has the most food on the street, and people think that your wife is fucking the butcher, but you're fucking the butcher, aren't you? And he's like,
God.
Take whatever you want.
This is such a, it's very funny to me. This is such a Stephen Moffat kind of thing, where in an episode where Jack Harkness like smugly looks at the camera and he says, "I have sex with men," that there's another moment in the same episode where a character points at a guy and angrily says, "You have sex with men!"
I'm sorry, take all my food, please.
So Stephen Moffat of you, Stephen Moffat.
Yeah. So he's just like, "Okay, do whatever you want. Please don't tell anyone." So the doctor is listening to this tape and he's like pacing. He says something about it's coming out of the walls. They're like, "I don't know what you mean." And he's like, "God damn it, you fucking humans, you stupid idiot humans, you suck." And then
Sam, I have a good joke for you that I just came up with right now.
Okay.
What is Nancy from the hit episode Empty Child and the Doctor Dances? What is Nancy's favorite studio album by singer-songwriter Fiona Apple?
Something bolt cutters, something. What
Fetch
is it?
Fetch the bolt cutters. That's the joke. That's it. That's all.
Okay. No, she has wire cutters, but yeah, that's fine.
Well, oh yeah, so they were wire. Damn
I've never listened to Fiona Apple. I'm sorry.
I haven't listened to Fiona Apple either. I just know she has an album called. I just know that she has an album called "Fetch the Bolt Cutters." That's all.
Okay.
We
Fiona Apple. Her favorite Fiona Apple album. Wire cutters and flashlight, and you're gay, haha.
Excuse me, is it called a torch? We're
oh god, I'm sorry. I wrote down flashlight because I'm normal.
Yeah, she's not. We're not British. We're normal. It's like what they said about Mario.
So, the doctor starts like insulting their puny human brains.
I fucking love this part. This was so funny, and
she just like turns to Jack and is like, he likes to insult other species when he's stressed out, and the doctor's like, and she's just like, also he cuts himself shaving all the time.
No, what she says is like, when he cuts himself shaving, he goes on for like an hour or something. Like that's what she was saying. Like when he cuts himself shaving, he gets so mad that he'll do like a tight 2-hour racist comedy stand up.
That does not sound tight to me.
He'll go full Dave Chappelle on all the other species that he makes fun of.
So the doctor
this is something that I can totally imagine from Eccleston, and I kind of wish to some degree, like, this is what I love about Seventh Doctor so much, is that he was just kind of like, he didn't take anyone's bullshit, and when people it's such a fine line. Like, if Matt Smith was being when Matt Smith does it, I hate it, but I think it's a matter of presentation where it's like, I don't know. I think it's
Can I confess something?
Yeah.
I want to see more Matt Smith.
Do you really?
I do.
I think
it's been a while.
It's been a while. I think, for better or for worse, he's bringing something to the performance.
He is. Absence makes the heart grow fonder.
I mean, I liked him for the most part in Rebel Flesh. I think it's just I don't like Stephen. I think I like Matt Smith mostly as a doctor. I just don't like Stephen Moffat as a showrunner, and that's
okay. So the doctor, he's starting to put stuff together. He's like, okay, during the air raids, homeless children and war orphans and such would come out into the street looking for food, like going around like picking over the like train yards and such. The space junk might have landed near one of them. And
also, the whole time during the scene, by the way, during the whole time, the every once in a while the tape is still playing, and the kid is going, "Mummy, Mummy, are you my mummy?" And
then we hear this weird like flapping noise from the tape, and we hear the kid go, "I'm here," and he's
so good.
He's like, yeah, the kid is scared, but the kid is really powerful. He just doesn't know it yet. He says he starts laughing. He's like, "It's pretty funny when you think about it. It's as powerful as a god, and I just sent it to its room." And we hear the kid is on the tape going, "I'm here. You can't see me. I'm right here." And Rose is like, "What is that weird flapping noise?" And the doctor says, "Oh, the tape ran out like 30 seconds ago."
So good.
Ooh.
The second they start playing the tape, you know the punchline that's coming, and the scary, whatever the scary version of a punchline is, it's so good. And the kid is here. Because
I guess, is the scary version.
It's not really a jump scare, but he's like, "Well, I sent the kid to his room, and this is his room.
This is its room."
And there's
then,
the kid.
Yeah, they turn around, and there's Jamie staring at them. "Are you my mummy?"
And this is so fucking good when Jack is like, "All right, on my signal, we run. Okay, go!" And then he pulls out what he thinks is his sonic blaster, but has been surreptitiously replaced by a banana, just as just an extra little added joke.
And the doctor uses the gun that he stole, and he destroys the door, and then they run. This is the thing that I was about to say earlier, is they do the very dumb stock joke that I don't love the stock joke of like, haha, potassium is a funny word, but I did like the way that they used it in this, which is that they run, and the doctor goes, "Don't drop that banana," and Jack goes, "Why not?" And he says, "It's a good source of potassium."
I just think it's so dependent on who is saying it, because I just think if Matt Smith Doctor, for once again, I don't hate him. I don't hate Matt Smith Doctor. He's doing his own things. But if Matt Smith Doctor made this joke, I'd be like, ugh. But something about Eccleston, he's got a little something that
I would like remove just a little bit of the potassium stock joke cringe and just slightly tweak it if he just said, "Don't drop that banana," and Jack says, "Why not?" and he says, "I want to eat it later." That would have been chef kiss perfect.
I'm
to
hungry,
me.
Or
we might we could like throw the peel or something.
He just throws the peel at the kid, and the kid slips on it.
Oh
no! As they're running away, they all get surrounded. The adult "Are You My Mummy" kids are up and about. They're completely walled in. And what do
Jack
they do?
shows off his next feature. Yes. Which is the digital rewind, which removes the big hole in the wall.
This is very funny when the little boy starts punching through the wall, and it plays like video game punch sound effects.
Oh my god, yeah,
MP3.
It does. I forgot about that. I was wondering why you sent me punch sound.wave earlier. I thought you were threatening me.
Which is good. We don't see we don't see what it looks like to see a little boy punching a hole in the wall. And then the dad from Resident Evil comes out and he goes, "Better start running, boy." Okay. They're surrounded, and the gas mask crew does not have guns, so the trick for when you're surrounded is not going to work this time.
You cannot just duck and they'll all shoot each other to death. Also, the doctor does mention in the middle of this, by the way, that specific banana is in fact from the groves of Villengard.
I don't fucking believe him for a second. There's no fucking way.
But why did he have the banana then?
What? I don't know. He just had one. But why?
I don't know. I think he's telling the truth. I don't know.
Do the bananas of Villengard never, ever,
well,
ever
he's got
go
his
around?
psychic paper, his sonic screwdriver, and he's got his infinite cooler.
Yeah.
That keeps things fresh forever. I don't know.
I can't remember what we decided. Oh, yeah. Jack is like, okay, he's pointing his gun around. He's like, I've got a sonic cannon, sonic blaster. This thing is all kinds of things. What kind of firepower are you packing, Doctor? And he's like, I've got a sonic thing. It's really good.
Mine's also sonic. Yeah.
He says, like, what does he say? Like, he says, like, I'm all soniced up.
Yeah, I'm all soniced up. He's like, what is it? Sonic disruptor, sonic blaster, sonic what? And he's like, a screwdriver, okay.
This line is very funny to me personally, and I think it's a hindsight kind of thing, because we know that, you know, when you watch every other season of Doctor Who, when the Doctor will just point his sonic screwdriver at a problem and it makes the problem go away.
It felt like they had a nice balance in Series 1 of, like, the screwdriver is, like, almost infinite purpose, but not really.
Because I always thought, like he uses it to lock and unlock doors and stuff.
Yeah.
That's what I always thought it did. I thought it was just kind of an all-purpose key.
Yeah, it's like a sci-fi multi-tool, but it's not like a gun, a laser, a flashlight.
It shouldn't. I think my biggest problem is, like, with the Sonic is I don't like that it's a scanner. That just doesn't.
The scanner sucks. It shouldn't be a scanner.
And he shouldn't be able to just, like, point it at a thing and be like, okay, I've done it. I've reconfigured the particle beam to accept this frequency. Like, I don't know.
Well, they did something later. There's actually two things in this episode that I really liked with the sonic screwdriver, and I wonder if it might have had a little bit more constraint on it in Series 1.
That's what I'm saying, is I think the Series 1, the Sonic was not as much of a Deus Ex Machina machine that it becomes later.
And I'll bring up the first one in a minute because it's about to happen, but the second one is when he, like, tosses it to Rose and he's like, use it to do XYZ thing. You just have to set it to function 2358D
to repair
or whatever.
Barbed wire.
Right, which gets across the idea that, like, it's not just that it's a thing that you point it at something and you push a button and it does whatever you want. It's a thing that does a lot of different things, but the Doctor, like, knows it in and out. Like, he's a fucking expert with this thing.
And I also think it just works if it's like
like
when you say the multi-tool thing. I like it does. It shouldn't be able to, like, make a spaceship turn on.
It shouldn't be able to disarm a sea devil's sword from its hand.
It should be like it can unlock a door. It can repair mend a wire or strip a wire down or cut a wire or something like that. I just think it needs to be a thing that he pulls out and, you know, uses it for the little things.
Yeah, which it will be in a moment. And let's back it up and then what happens here.
I want to address one more thing, because I can't remember what I called this, which was, I think I called it the Yaz test, which is a little bit disrespectful. But it was, does the companion have any kind of impact on the plot outside of, like, being a cheerleader for the Doctor? And I will say that Rose does pass the Yaz test in this episode.
Oh, yeah. I thought Rose was great this episode.
Rose is really good in this episode, and she directly saves everyone's lives right here when they're completely surrounded. Jack doesn't know what to do, and Rose grabs his sonic blaster and shoots a hole in the floor and drops them down.
And then also seals it up after they fall.
There you go. She saved the day. Good job, Rose.
Right as Jamie breaks through the wall, which looks really funny.
It's very funny.
Also, somewhere in here, the Doctor explains that the creature that they're dealing with is all of the gas mask
Yeah, it's
people.
like a hive mind kind of thing.
So yeah, they land on this next floor, and the Doctor and Jack are, like, bickering about whether his sonic screwdriver is useful.
He talks about putting up shelves.
Yeah, I really like that where Jack is like, oh my god, why do you have a sonic screwdriver? Whoever looked at a screwdriver and said, oh, that should be sonic? And the doctor's like, I don't know, haven't you ever needed to put up shelves?
Like, this is what I'm saying. I could totally imagine the doctor just being like, okay, hold on, I need to put up these shelves.
Yeah.
Pointing a screwdriver at it.
So Rose, like, turns on the lights, and uh-oh, a bunch of people in gas masks get out of the beds in the room and start following them. They run into this next room. The doctor locks the door behind them. But many uh-ohs. Jack's gun's battery is running out. And he says he doesn't have an extra because someone blew up the factory before he could get one.
But I also think there's this, like, yeah, of course they've ran out of battery. He's got all this special features, like it's draining the battery life of his gun. Rose
also says, oh yeah, he loves blowing stuff up. He blew up my job when we met for the first time, which I don't remember that.
I have no memory of... I actually, like, I'm thinking back, the only companion who I remember how they get caught up in the doctor stuff is Amy Pond with the imaginary friend business. But that's it. I don't remember how any of these people got brought into his...
The only thing that I remember from the first episode of Series 1 is the trash bin with a big sloppy putty patrol guy grabbing Mickey out of it.
I just didn't even remember. Was Mickey in the next time on?
If he was, I didn't notice him.
I can't remember. I always forget that Mickey is from Rose's season and not...
I mean, I still don't know where he is, because it seems like he comes back from a long absence in Army of the Dead. Anyway,
say. Anyway,
so they're locked in this room, and Jack just sits down, and he's like very smug about this. He's like, I have nothing that I can contribute at this point, so good luck. And the doctor, I can't remember if it's here or maybe in a little bit, but he starts using the sonic screwdriver on the bars on the windows. And Rose is like, what are you doing? And he's like, I'm just kind of vibrating the concrete a little and seeing if it might loosen the bars at all.
And also, Jack does mention they're on the 7th floor and it's a sheer drop. So even if he does do this, which he's having trouble even getting it to work, which once again,
right. This is what I like. Like if this was 13th Doctor, she points the sonic screwdriver at the bars and they just fall off.
Yeah, exactly. It's like this thing doesn't do everything. It's just
let me set it to disarm, like I used on the Sea Devil.
We get a little like so. There's a thing I don't really like about this episode, which is this kind of weird Jack, Rose, Doctor, like love triangle kind of thing going on.
I did have to say, and I said this to Lauren, and I was like, Jordan's not going to be happy with this. I am never a shipper, and I will never be a shipper. But from this one episode, I was like, I can see why people ship Rose and the Doctor. They got good chemistry.
They do have good chemistry, but having good chemistry does not mean you should kiss each other.
No, I mean, I don't think they should kiss each other, personally. No. But I could see why people would want them to.
But, like, the Doctor's, like, kind of jealous of the sort of rapport that Jack and Rose have. We find out
he's like a handsome scoundrel. It sounds like he, like, saved her life last episode.
And they were, like, dancing. There's a whole thing about, I mean, the episode's called The Doctor Dances. And the reason, he's like, oh, we danced to fucking Moonlight Serenade on top of a barrage balloon.
Something like that.
Whatever.
But then Rose and the Doctor look away for a second, and they look back, and Jack has vanished from the chair. Just gone.
We're back with Nancy, and this is where we meet. And this is where I go, oh,
the explanation when we get it for why he disappeared is so underwhelming.
I know, it's very funny. You're like, what?
I mean, he might as well have just said, I'm going to disappear from this room now.
They're in a shed. Nancy's in a shed with her gaggle of homeless children.
I don't know if this is right, but I wrote down that this is Mr. Lloyd's shed. I
don't know about that. They're in a shed.
They're in a shed, and yeah, all the homeless children are here, and she's like disappointed in them. She's like, I said a different house every night. And there's one like suck up older boy whose name is Ernie. They're all like, oh, I thought you died, and Ernie's like, I didn't think you died in it, governor.
And then there's this one boy, he's like, I've got a typewriter. I'm typing a letter to me dad. And then they're like, you can't read. Ha 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 ha.
You stupid bastard. And Nancy says, shut up. Shut up. But then she's like, I'm sorry, Jim. Keep writing. I'm sorry. So she's like, what would you have done if I died and I never came back for you? And Ernie just changes the subject. He's like, why do you have wire cutters? Are you planning on going somewhere and dying? And she's like, maybe.
I might die. Doesn't she say, like, all right, well, when I leave and die, don't forget to eat your greens and chew your food,
Chew
children.
your food, Ernie. Yeah, so she says, I have to go back to the bomb site at the rail station. And Ernie's like, but you can't. He'll kill you. He always comes for us. And Nancy says, he comes for me. And of course, we know that they're talking about Jamie, the little boy with the gas mask.
The leader of the gas mask crew.
I'm the leader of the gas mask.
Hey, hey, mummy, that's a nice gang of kids you got there. It'd be a shame if something would happen to it, isn't it?
So she says, like, he's coming for me. As long as I'm here, you're all going to be in danger. And Ernie's like, that's not true. You always keep us safe, Nancy. And Nancy's like, oh, really? Then tell me why the typewriter is still typing, even though Jim's not there anymore. And Jim, who's, like, sitting with Ernie, like, looks over at it and is like, oh, that's interesting.
I was just imagining, like, Paul Chowdhury voice, just like, automatic typewriter, isn't it?
Yeah, so she leaves, and Ernie picks up the paper from the typewriter, and you know that it says mummy, mummy, mummy.
Mummy, 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 mummy. It
mummy.
says all work and no play makes mummy, 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 mummy. Rose is we're back with Rose and the doctor. The doctor is still working on those bards. It's not working very well. Jack calls in. He just teleported to his ship.
He literally just pushed like a button on his watch and teleported to his ship.
And he's just like, yep, oh, by the way, my ship has Omcom, which is when I can talk through anything with a speaker grill. And that's how I'm talking to you right now through this radio. There's a radio.
Yeah, and the doctor suspects that is the same thing that the child can do. There's also a line here before he contacts them where Rose says, why do all the great-looking men always vanish? So I'm assuming that's a callback to something that happened before.
Yeah, she, there's...
Maybe that's something to do with Mickey's fate.
It's when she meets, it's when she met the face of Bo, and she's like, fuck, that dude's hot. Fuck, the face of Bo is so hot.
But then the face of Bo pushed a button on his face watch, on his neck watch.
He said, I'm going to New York. Goodbye.
So then the child's voice comes through the speaker and says, I can hear you, Mummy. I'm coming to find you, Mummy. And Jack from his ship is just like, shut up, and just overrides the child's voice to like play Moonlight Serenade on the radio. And Rose is like, oh, this is our song, which is pretty intense considering they must have met like earlier today.
Yeah.
It's our song.
It's our song. Yeah, is that why Jack at the end of the episode is just like, goodbye? Sorry, Rose, you're too clingy.
It was nice meeting you, you weirdo.
Nancy,
way too intense.
Nancy is at the bomb site and cutting through the barbed wire with her wire cutters. That's that. There's a bunch of British soldiers
I will say
there.
at this point, because I was unclear what they were talking about with the bomb site. What they are referring to...
It's the place where the bomb...
No.
Will...
Yes and no. It's because Jack Harkness knows it as a bomb site because he was planning on the junk getting bombed there. But to everyone in the present day, by which I mean 1941...
A bomb did fall there.
It's the space junk fell, hit the ground. I don't know the circumstances of that happening, but it hit the ground, and... because they are like, what the hell is this thing? We will find out later that the British military basically think that it's like a weird weapon. Sci-fi bomb that Hitler sent.
And didn't... I don't think... Did the space junk land on Jamie? Or did a bomb nearby?
I think that what we will find out later is that the space junk landed on Jamie or like near enough to Jamie that it fucking killed him.
Yeah, okay.
I'm assuming it splattered him.
He got pasted. It was pretty fucking
absolutely
crazy.
pasted.
It was pretty fucking cool. Let's be real.
I can't wait to see that episode. It's going to be hilarious when we watch that little boy get pasted. It's going to be the first episode
when you see a little boy turn to goo. Rick and Morty style. Fuck, that'd be so funny.
That'd be awesome.
So, the
doctor.
The doctor is...
This is where he's trying to loosen the bars because he's like, there's no way that Jack is coming back for us. I like that Rose is like, he saved my life, so I trust him. Bloke-wise, that's up there with flossing. It's a good joke.
It's pretty funny. Can you set your bar a little bit higher, Rose?
And then the doctor looks at the title of the episode and says,
I dance.
You want a bloke who flosses?
Fuck you. She says, he says, I dance. And then she says, not a chance. It's the other way around.
I do dance. I know you can't.
Yes, a chance. He's like about to start dancing with her.
The prompt for this dancing conversation is that she's like, yeah, you know, you and Jack are not that different, but you're really different when it comes to dating and dancing. And he's like, when he says something like, he's like, I'm 900 years old. I'm sure I've danced at some point.
He doesn't remember, but he knows. And this is interesting as well because he doesn't, I guess it's like lost in his mind in the expanses of his very long memory.
Yeah, he's like, there's no way I've never danced. I feel like I would know if I'd never danced.
Not that I'm just going to sit here and be like, here's why Ecclesodes are so much better, because I'm sure that there are some weaknesses in them, but what I like is that, like, yeah, he's lived so many lifetimes, he doesn't remember everything, as opposed to, like, oh, I'm Banksy, and also I did all of these things. Except there was a joke this week about the Doctor being Santa Claus.
Right, very Secret Life of the American Teenager Christmas episode in that way, but yeah. So he makes some comment about, like, oh my god, Rose, the barrage balloon thing, like I've met some fuckers in my time, and no one has ever put themselves in jeopardy as regularly as you. And
he grabs her hands to start to dance, and then he's like, wait a minute. You were hanging from the barrage balloon for how long? She's like, a couple minutes before Jack saved me. She's like, wait, well, why are your hands, like, completely...
You are entirely unscathed. That seems weird. She says, oh, Captain Jack fixed me up. And he's like, there's no way that guy is a captain of anything. And then like this. They dance for like a split second, and then they look up and realize that they're on Jack's ship. And he's like, oh, I managed to override. Oh, I don't think we explained this. He was able to teleport onto his ship with the, like, emergency teleporter, but it's, like, configured to only work on his, like, biosignature or whatever. He's got to
fix it up, So
yeah, he, like, overrode it and teleported them out.
So to summarize, they go to start dancing. They look up. They're on this, like, weird, clanky sci-fi ship. Rose is like, well, where are we? And then Jack is like, well, at least you know, when are we?
We almost could have made it through this episode without you doing that.
Well, it wouldn't be an episode of Dr. Who if I didn't make that joke.
I guess it wouldn't. So the doctor says, oh, this is a stolen Chula ship, and the medical transporter is a Chula medical transporter. I don't know if that's supposed to mean anything to us, but there it is.
I think it's just to help us connect the fact that the technology on the thing that crashed to Earth is similar to the technology on the ship that Jack Harkness owns.
Which is very important because of what is about to happen here, which is he's like, oh, if this is a Chula ship, and he, like, snaps his fingers, and, like, a cloud of, they kind of look like little fireflies.
It's, just like, I believe it is, if I can be so bold as to say that it's it is let me just make sure I'm getting
no, take your time.
No, I'm just making sure I got the right yes, okay. I believe this is gold dust from the movie Thomas and the Magic Railroad, starring Pierce Brosnan.
Okay, that means absolutely fucking nothing.
It'll mean something to somebody, probably. Okay. No, it wasn't Pierce Brosnan, it was Alec Baldwin.
Okay, the other Pierce Brosnan.
Convicted murderer, Alec Baldwin.
I don't think he's a convicted murderer.
I think he killed a person with a gun.
He did kill a person, but I don't believe that he was convicted of murder.
Well...
you love doing this. You love to say that people have been convicted of crimes that they haven't. That is literally slander.
I love committing crime. I love to commit, it's not every day.
Convicted slanderer, Jordan.
It's not every day you can actually commit a crime on your podcast, but I do like to make false charges and slander people on my published media space. It is literally libel. Anyways,
So the doctor snaps his fingers.
The gold dust from Thomas and the Magic Railroad appears and like flies around his hands. He goes, nanogenes. These are nanogenes.
Yeah, and Rose says, "Oh, those are the things that fixed me up after I was hurt." And he
nanogenes, says, son.
He says that what these are for is if the ship gets like damaged in combat or whatever, and you get hurt, then they can like flutter around you and fix you up.
They're like
I think he says they can fix the ship too. Yeah. They're just like little nanobots that do repairs.
Helpful
and
little nanobots.
Little nanobots. So he says, "Okay, Jack, take us to the old bomb site," and we cut there. And Nancy is sneaking around. She finds a big tarp.
She sees the tarpeter over the whatever.
And she pulls it off, and there's a big tentacle in it, just like in the Beast Below hit episode Doctor Huh.
And she gets caught by some soldiers, and they're like, "Freeze! Hey!"
And there's actually no tentacle. That was a joke.
That was a joke. It's like a big tin can.
So Jack, I think somewhere in here, I think it's here that he's like, "Oh, I heard you say that I'm not a captain, but I actually am. I was a former time agent myself." He says, "I don't con time agents for the money. I do it because one day I woke up and realized that the time agents that I worked for stole 2 years of my memories, and I have no idea what I did for 2 years. So I'm
Jack Harkness has such a large amount of backstory, and I care about so little of it. If I'm being completely honest,
I think it's really. I mean, he is the face of Bo. I learned from Wikipedia, but it's so interesting.
Is he though? Is he though?
I don't think so, but I like that. He says something where he's like, "Oh, doctor, you might be right not to trust me because I have no idea who I was for the last 2 years of my life." And I think that's an interesting concept.
That is an interesting concept.
Not original.
I just feel like this guy has like 100. I think there's a problem. I have a problem in media when a character just has too many things going on at once. And it's like, he's a con man. He's a time traveler. He's a former time agent. He's got amnesia. There's a couple other things about him that we learn later. He's probably the face of Bo. We don't know. He's also on Torchwood. Like, I don't know what the fuck's going on with him there.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't feel so far like it's too much, but yeah, I'm sure that you know more than I do.
Mm-hmm. There's at least one other thing that you don't know about Jack Harkness that maybe when you learn that...
I would hope there's more than one thing that I don't know about him, but...
Well, there's like one major thing about his character that you will learn. If you learn, you'll go, "Oh my god, that's... there's too much going on with this guy."
So I will say, I don't understand how conning time agents is going to ever end up with him getting his memories back. Right? But he seems to think that it will... we go back to Nancy, who is led into this like army station, and they like handcuff her to a table, and there's this guard Jenkins who is going to be watching her,
and he's coughing up a gas. Well, first she sees the scar on the back of his hand.
He's got a distinctive scar on his hand.
Where have we seen that
looks
before?
Awfully familiar from the previously on.
He's bent over like coughing and hacking up a gas mask filter. It's no good.
And she explains why she's here. She's like, "My little brother died here. I need to know what happened to him." And I love this little moment here where the captain is like, "Jenkins, keep an eye on her." And he goes, "Yes, mummy."
That was a lot.
It's great. I loved it. And he's like sweating. He's like, "What's happening to me?"
This taps into that most primal of childhood fears of what if you
accidentally calling your captain mummy.
Captain Mummy, yeah.
Captain Mummy, sir. So they leave her alone with Jenkins, and she's like, "Jenkins, please, you have to let me go. I know what's going to happen to you. It's too late for you. You're going to lose yourself in a minute. And if you don't let me go now, it's going to happen to me too. We're both going to become monsters." And I like this little detail here where she's like, "Do you remember your mom's name?" And he's like, "Of course, Matilda."
Mummy.
And she's like, "Do you have kids? Do you remember your name?" And he's like, the only thing he remembers is his mom. That's such a weird, creepy detail of the transformation. I love it.
It also, unfortunately, made me think about a certain fan fiction that we read on our previous podcast about forgetting your own child's name.
Well, that's nobody's business, not even mine. And then we cut away as we hear like a nasty noise, and I'm like, "Oh, he's getting gas masked, and we're not going to see it."
Thank God we don't get to see it this week,
but we will get to see it.
We do get to see it later. Let's see. The doctor and Rose and Jack are coming up on the train yard, and this is when we get a little extra thing with Jack Harkness. He says, "Oh, hey, Algie is the captain on duty."
Algernon, perhaps?
Yeah, probably Algernon.
Or maybe
Rose
he's
Rose is like, "Do you need me, a young lady, to distract him?" And then Jack's like, "Nah, you're not his type. I got this." And I think on the surface, once again, I don't think it's a bad thing that Jack Harkness is bisexual. I think that's a cool thing about Jack Harkness. But it's the fact that, like, there's a line later where the doctor's like, "Yeah, he's a 51st century man.
It's literally right here, because
Jack fuck anything
walks
that
off.
moves."
Jack walks off, and Rose is like, well, I never. And the doctor is like, "Hey, he's a 51st century guy. They're more flexible than people your time when it comes to dancing." And he says something that implies, he's like, once humanity goes out into space and meets all these other alien races, well, so many species, so little time. And Rose is really, like, upset to learn that humans are gonna suck and fuck their way across the galaxy someday.
This is so funny because the last classic Who episode we watched was set in the 30th century, I think, and Tom Baker Doctor's like, "Ah, yes, this is during the time of the great scattering of humanity."
No, this is interesting, actually.
Was that the 50th
Now that you mentioned
century?
it was the 51st century.
He's like, "Leela, this is when humans were leapfrogging from planet to planet, sucking and fucking everything they came across, including some kind of hive mind alien.
Especially the face of Bo.
Sexual contact has been made." Genital
Patreon.com/Spawning Bros. So Rose, she's like, "Look, I can accept humans having sex with aliens. What I cannot accept
is humans having sex with men having sex with other men.
is Jack Harkness being bi."
It's I guess she's just upset. I mean, she knows that he's at least attracted to her, right? Like, is it a problem that he's also attracted to men? Is that no good for her, or is she?
There's a lot of people who feel that way.
I guess so. Yeah.
Rose is biphobic.
Rose is biphobic, unfortunately. Cancel Rose.
I'm sure she'll stop being biphobic at the end of Army of Ghosts Part 2 when she dies.
This is how I died. And right
I'm no longer biphobic.
She gets crushed by
and then it's like, it's a
truck.
metaphorical death, because it's like, if Rose isn't biphobic, is she truly Rose anymore?
I was just thinking moments before she gets hit by the ambulance. She's like, "I'm no longer biphobic."
So Jack runs up to this guy, Algie, who's like the like officer on duty or whatever, and he's like, "Oh, how's it going?" And Algie just turns and looks at him and goes, "Mummy? Are you my mummy?"
Jack's like, "Oh shit!" And this is when we do get to see.
He like falls to his knees. His mouth opens, and like the gas mask,
filter,
whatever the fuck, canister, circular part thing, whatever that is.
It's so horrible to watch.
Comes
I
out
hate
of his
it.
mouth. His eyes like swell up into big black goggles.
It's great. I think the touch
it also did not look that bad for Series 1 Doctor Who. I thought it looked okay.
I think this episode looks pretty good. I think because so much of this episode is practical, it's just people in gas masks. I think this is one of the best looking episodes of Doctor Who we've actually seen.
It would be really funny though if they took them into makeup and like they were like, "Well, they're not actually gas masks, so we should just apply like a prosthetic gas mask to your face instead of just putting a gas mask on you."
But yes, I think it's a stroke of Ginois that
what's that mean?
Stroke of Ginoise that
is that a cake?
A stroke of genus that the mouth opens up and the gas mask filter, I think is what it's called, comes out.
The filter, probably.
If I played the Metro series, and I think it's called the filter in that one.
I played a little bit of the first Metro game, and it was too hard.
I like them.
I liked it too. I got to the part where you have to escort a little boy through the sewers, and I was like, "Oh, you combined the two worst things that you can do in a video game."
Metro Exodus is kind of like if Fallout 4 was like a good game. It's like if Fallout 4 stopped being an RPG and just focused on being a good shooter, and that's kind of how I thought about it.
So okay,
yes.
he turns into a gas mask man. The doctor says,
"Oh fuck."
The virus, whatever it is, it must be airborne now because there's nobody around who would have infected him. He guesses that we've got about 3 hours at this rate until the entire human race is infected all over the planet, which is a pretty dire projection.
You really blew it this time, Jack.
I wrote that we hear singing. Were they singing?
You hear Nancy singing "Rockabye Baby."
Right.
This is how she pacifies Jenkins, gas mask boy,
which is so good.
Yeah,
I like that. I like that we got like a follow up to the "go to your room" thing.
It's creepy though. It's like extra creepy.
Oh yeah, because this is a grown man with a gas mask who is like asleep as she sings "Rockabye Baby" to him.
Very creepy.
Yeah, the doctor like peeks in and sees what's going on, and she's like,
fucking table. And this is where he unlocks her handcuffs with the sonic screwdriver. This is what I'm talking about. This is what it should do. This is all it should do. It should
just be like a lockpick.
It should just literally, yes.
And maybe someday they'll use it as a screwdriver to put up some shelves.
It should be able to open and close doors, and basically that's all it can do. And I like that. This is when we finally see the object in question, which is referred to as a space ambulance, but it's like a big can. It's like a big can.
It's like a big giant metal canister that fell from the sky, and the reason that the army are stationed here is because they assume that it's like some kind of Nazi tech that they're trying to get open. So Jack is like, here, I'll open it. I will show you. It's empty. There was never anything in it. It's not my fault. And he starts to like punch in the key, the password on the keypad to open it up. And an alarm starts going off, which the doctor says is probably, since it has crash landed, it's now activated some kind of security protocols that weren't on before. And we then, as the alarm goes off, we do this ridiculous like camera swinging left and right, sort of like snap zoom on Jamie in the gas mask, and it's very intense. All the gas mask people start to wake up and walk.
The what? What do we call them?
The gas mask gang.
The gas mask crew. The gangers.
The gangers. Sure, why not? This is where so gas mask gangers are like banging on the gates and like trying to get into the train yard. So the doctor's like, Jack, go secure those gates. Rose, Nancy,
barbed wire setting.
Yeah, he's like, Nancy, take Rose to the barbed wire you cut. And yeah, he tells her what setting to put the screwdriver on to fix the barbed wire, which is a great little detail. And she like seals up the barbed wire. This is a fun little moment because Nancy's like, who are you people anyway? And she's like, I've seen so much shit today. Like, there's nothing I wouldn't believe at this point.
She says, we're time travelers. And she's like, what? And then
she's like, Rose says like, I was actually born here in London 50 years from now in the future.
And Nancy doesn't believe it. She says, there's no way that you're from here because there's not going to be a future for any of us.
More specifically, when Rose says that this is where she's from 50 years in the future, Nancy's like, oh God, you're German?
And then she's like, no, don't tell anyone.
Don't tell anyone I told you this, but the Germans will not win.
I do like the idea of Nancy being like, guys, this time-traveling girl told me that we win! Yay!
And they're like, oh, cool. Let's stop trying. Like, I don't know what that would do.
Yeah, it's apathy.
Oh, we win no matter what, so why are we bothering?
The doctor and Jack crack open the transporter, and yes, it is indeed empty. Wink, wink.
Well, he says it is empty, but that's weird because you would expect a medical transporter from, especially the Chula
medical
to be full of nanogenes. So where are they?
So this is what we get the explanation.
And it's a good explanation. It totally worked for me.
So good. Okay, so here's what it was. When the Chula transporter crashed into Earth, it landed either near or on. We haven't decided.
It splattered him.
It splattered a little boy. The doctor points out that, like, he says something about life is just nature's way of keeping meat fresh. To nanogenes, it doesn't matter if you're dead; it can put you back together. it brings the boy back to life, but because
it's never seen a human before.
Yeah.
It only has one data point to work off of.
Its first contact is with a scared, dead little child in a gas mask.
Which is because it's like, okay, I'm looking at this being that is dead. I don't understand it enough to know what caused its death.
Yeah. It doesn't know where the human starts and the child and the age of it or the form of it. That's why the gas masks are made of flesh.
It basically comes to the conclusion of this little dead boy died for no discernible reason, might as well have been from old age. So I'm just going to assume, I'm going to flip the life/death switch and set this kid to alive. And I'm just going to assume that everything else of this species is supposed to look like this. Which is why it's putting gas masks on everyone.
They all have a scar on their hand.
It's putting the scar on their hand. It's like, oh, you're supposed to have that weird thing on your hand. And also, it's putting them into the mental state that the boy had as he was about to die. Where's my mummy? Which is why all of them are looking for their mummies. The doctor says that the nanogenes now, as far as they know, they are flying around the planet, finding unwell humans, putting their gas masks back on, making them wonder where their mummy is as they're supposed to be, and cutting their hand up.
As a premise, I love it. It does raise the question of like,
why are these so poorly designed?
Yeah, like surely this is the capacity of this to be used as a weapon is enormous.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Like you could just send the nanogenes to a planet with like a dead body sitting.
Here's
right
what
next
a living
to it.
human looks like. Go fix that for all humans.
But what I do like about it is that this episode is so scary and like sinister and dark and creepy. But at the end of the day, the cause of it is a nanomachine that, you know, in its own, whatever its capacity for thought is, which seems to be enormous, seeing as how it can do all kinds of different things. It is trying to fix people and make them healthy. And I like that juxtaposition here. And I especially like how it ends the episode, which we will get to in just a moment.
Yes.
Unfortunately for everybody, the mystery's been solved, but Jamie and the gas mask crew are here with all of the gangers.
And there's another layer to this, which is that this isn't just a medical transporter. This is a battlefield ambulance. So what it thinks it's doing is it's patching up soldiers on the battlefield.
And because
Which is why Jamie is so strong, why Jamie can use those radios, because obviously the soldiers are going to need to be able to contact each other on the radio.
Yep, and that's why he's the leader of the gas mask crew.
Yeah, kind of just defaulted to Jamie as the leader of the forces. The doctor, meanwhile, in the middle of this, he's like, also, that famous bomb that you were counting on for your scam is gonna land on us any minute now.
Right.
And Nancy is like, oh my god, this is all my fault. And she starts crying, and then all the gas mask people don't like that.
They don't like that.
They don't like that Nancy is crying.
The doctor's
like, Nancy, how old are you?
So, let's see. Oh, this is when Jack is like, okay, I gotta go stop these bombs. Goodbye.
Yeah, he says, I don't have time to override the teleport again, so I'm gonna teleport out. And he does, and he leaves, he's gone.
So this is when the mystery is revealed. He's like, Nancy, are you like 20? The Jamie, the little boy, is like, what, 5 or 4 or 5? So you would have been...
Single teenage mother in the 1930s
not good.
That's no good. So she lied. She said, oh, this kid Jamie, this is my little brother. And she told everyone that Jamie was her little brother, but that's not her little brother. That's her.
And then
that's
Jamie's like, Jamie walks up to her and he's like, are you my mummy? And the doctor's like, he's not going to stop asking. So you've got to tell him the truth.
The future of the human race is in your hands. Oh, it's such a good moment.
Love it.
And Nancy's like, yes, Jamie, I'm your mummy. And
they hug.
She hugs him, and then the nanogenes surround them, And again, I thought that the stupid sci-fi explanation for this actually
No, it's good.
really
It's cool.
worked.
It's like, wait, it's recognizing Nancy as like the more complete, like, genetic profile of a human because
they
share-
have the same
Yeah,
DNA is
exactly.
very important. It's like, oh, this is his mom.
By the way, the doctor
and
is like,
she doesn't have a gas mask and she's alive and well.
the
Oh,
doctor
shit.
is so fucking hype about this. He's like pogging. He's like, come on, please, come on.
Oh my
come
god,
on.
yeah, he's like, come on, Nanogenes, you've got all the information, put it together, Nanogenes.
And then-
Please, come on, just give me this one.
And then he walks up behind Jamie and he pulls the gas mask off. Yeah.
And Jamie's okay, and he lifts the kid up, and
This is
oh
great.
yeah,
I
this
fucking
this
love
line
this
is
line.
great. He says, "Welcome back, Jamie. 20 years till pop music. You're gonna love it." That's great.
What a weird thing to say. And then he's like, oh, right. Before he does the funny thing, a bomb falls on them, but before it lands on them, Jack Harkness swoops in and he like puts the bomb in the tractor beam or something.
Yeah, he puts it in stasis. He's also sitting on the bomb. If you
Just
get
like in the
that
funny
reference.
movie.
Like in a funny movie. I do want to mention before the bomb drops, there's a silly little joke where he like hands Jamie back to Nancy, and he's like, the nanogenes were able to figure it out because their previous understanding was overridden by the superior DNA. In other words, Mother knows best.
Didn't like that one. That one wasn't.
I thought it was really corny, but I liked it.
Jack is riding on the bomb. He's like, all right, I'm gonna take this bomb away. Goodbye, Rose. Oh, and then he says, what he says, like, I like your shirt.
I like your Union Jack shirt. Whatever.
Didn't know what was up with that. It's because it's a Union Jack, and he's very narcissistic.
So he flies away with the bomb. The nanogenes are the doctor says that they are essentially doing a software patch, and
then he's like, you want to see Dancing Rose? Check this shit out. And then he just like blasts the gold.
He just
dust.
like hucks the nanogenes at the gas mask gang.
This is a very iconic moment where the doctor, all of the people turn back into humans and normal, and then the doctor like exclaims, "Everybody lives, Rose. Just this once.
Everybody lives."
I love it. I think it's
great. It's really
like
nice.
in this two-parter. But of course, we have to remember there's a whole other part of this episode that we didn't see. Which
it's going to be a bummer when we eventually have to watch The Empty Child, and it's just like, oh man, we're not going to get any resolution to this. I bet they're all going to die.
They're all going to die. But it's like, in this, very particularly dark two-parter, it actually ends up having the most light and upbeat ending where all of the people who did seemingly die are actually fixed and actually better off, are healthier.
Oh my god,
before.
yes, on that note.
It's the funniest shit ever.
He finds Dr. Constantine and says... he's like, hey, you're all better, and all your patients are all better too. Don't ask why you're in a blown up train station. It's not important. And
then this old woman walks
Constantine
up to
is like, what should I tell my patients if they ask what happened? And he says, just don't make a big thing of
You're
it.
a good
Just
doctor.
tell them that you're a great doctor and you helped them.
And this old lady comes up to him and she's like, Doctor, my leg is back.
I checked into the hospital with one leg and now I have two legs. And he's like, maybe you miscounted?
So fucking funny. The doctor, hops up on the canister thing and he's like, all right, guys, beat the Germans, save the world, don't forget the welfare state. Don't forget to stop Thatcher from dismantling said welfare state.
I like that he's like, once everyone clears out, I'm going to rig this transporter to explode because history says that there was an explosion here.
Yeah.
And he says, who am I to argue with history? And Rose is like, usually the first one in the world to argue with history.
It's your favorite thing to do.
And yeah, they're back on the TARDIS. The doctor he's over the moon. He's like,
so happy. He's
like, the nanogenes are going to fly around. They're going to fix all of the people up. And then they're going to deactivate. Nancy and Jamie can get help from Dr. Constantine. Everyone's going to be all right. This is where Rose says, oh, look at you beaming away like your Father Christmas. And he says, who says I'm not? Red bicycle when you were 12?
Do you like that? You like the doctor being Santa? You like that?
I love the... Well, I don't think that we're supposed to interpret this as the Doctor is literally Santa and that all the stories of Santa are actually about the Doctor. I think it's just another instance of the Doctor in his travels. Just, he's when nothing else is going on, just sometimes he likes to just pick a random kid and just do stuff to make them happy. I just think that's nice.
Well, do you think that he actually brought a red bicycle to Rose just completely by random chance when she was a child?
I think that maybe he, heard Rose, he was just walking around on the street and he heard Rose say, "Mom, I want a red bicycle," Mommy, or something. Shh, Mommy, are you my mommy? Yes.
Or maybe,
Grandpa Prentice.
Maybe, have you considered he wrote a note to self? One day, maybe Shuti Gatwa will deliver a red bicycle to a child, a blonde 12-year-old girl.
I cannot imagine, and I think we've joked about it before, but the three-dimensional chess that would be required for Doctor Who in Series 1 to be doing foreshadowing for stuff that they will pick up 15 series later as a joke.
I have always operated under the assumption that the concept of causality or whatever in Doctor Who just doesn't I don't think you can do that in Doctor Who. It always just feels like there's one set outcome of events and the Doctor, has already showed up by the time you got there.
Something I'm starting to pick up on that subject is this, as a show that is designed to be for viewers of all ages, this is a show that is not at all interested in any of that shit.
It's good. That's a huge plus of the show.
Although it did make me think, I was thinking about it specifically when Jack Harkness was like, "Oh, it's a shame you couldn't have seen the factory. It's destroyed now." And I'm like, well, no, it isn't. It's going to be destroyed a long time from now. You could absolutely go and check it out before it's destroyed. And it made me think, have you read The Restaurant at the End of the Universe by Douglas Adams?
I have, a long time ago.
Do you remember when they talk about, because the thing with The Restaurant at the End of the Universe is that it's not spatially at the end of the universe, it's temporally at the end of the universe.
Right, it's like it teleports there,
it's frozen
there
in time.
Right.
At the last moment of the universe. So everything that happens in the restaurant is happening in the same instant. So there's a note about it's so confusing to talk about what happens in the restaurant grammatically that they had to introduce new grammar where you would be like, I'm in the bathroom right now. I'm going to have been in the bathroom.
Man, Douglas Adams is a very funny writer. Did you know, by the way...
just, in that moment, I was just like, I love that joke in Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. I'm actually glad that Doctor Who just doesn't bother. They're like, oh, the factory was destroyed. It is destroyed now. Don't worry about it.
Hitchhiker's Guide was originally conceived as a TV movie script.
I believe this is the third time that you've mentioned that.
Yeah, it's Doctor Who and the Cricket Men, which is the plot of Life, the Universe, and Everything, I think, is about the Cricket Men. It's interesting.
Yes, and
right?
I think that's the third time you've mentioned that.
I don't think I've mentioned it once on this podcast.
You definitely
Did you know, by the way, that when did you know that in Lord of the Rings?
And more importantly, when are we?
Did you know that in the Two Towers movie, when Viggo Mortensen kicks the helmet, he actually broke his toe?
Did you know that Harrison Ford was shitting his guts out for the whole filming process of every Indiana Jones movie, including the one they're working on now?
He's just propelled forward by a rocket stream of diarrhea at all times.
Okay, so the Doctor is like, everyone made it out of this okay. No one's going to die. This is amazing. And Rose is like, what about Jack? And he's like, oh yeah.
He's like, what? She's like, why did Jack say goodbye?
No, Jack can't die. He's going to be in Torchwood.
He's got to become the face of Bo. He gets blown up by a bomb, but when I say blown up, I mean literally the size is blown up and his head becomes real big.
And he becomes a weird kitty cat.
He says I have to computer engage protocol C. Put me in the jar.
Protocol K for kitty. Okay. So we go to Jack on his ship and he's asking the ship computer what options do we have for disposing of this bomb safely where I don't die? And it's like, no.
I do like Jack Harkness is a fucking idiot where he's like, okay, can we put the bomb on the escape pod? And the computer's like, there is no escape pod. Okay, can you put me on the escape pod? There is no escape pod.
He's like, can we jettison the bomb? No. Can we? No. Okay, no. But what? No. He's like, okay,
all right, well, emergency.
give it to me straight. What are the chances that I survive this? And it says no.
It says there was 100% probability that you will be pasted like an episode of Rick and Morty, and it'll be sick as fuck.
And he says, okay, well, initiate emergency protocol 417.
Put me in the jar. Sorry,
which is where
no jar.
It pours him a cocktail.
And he complains about it. He's like, "This." He says, "I'm not coming back."
Which is a good joke.
It's pretty funny.
I like this part where he's like, oh, you know, last time I was sentenced to death, I ordered for my last meal 4 hyper vodkas, and the next thing I knew, I was waking up in bed with both of my executioners. And this is the joke that I love, which is, they were really nice. They stayed in touch. You can't say that about most executioners.
That's pretty good.
It's a good joke.
Sam, while we're talking about Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, what is the name of the signature drink of that series? Do you remember?
Oh, God. The Pan-Galactic Gargle Blaster.
There we go. 42. Do you know there's an episode of this fucking show called 42?
Of our podcast?
I just saw it. Yeah, of our podcast. It's this one. I just saw it scrolling through as I was trying to find one of the episodes. It was like 42. Great, cool.
I loved those books. I think they probably hold up. I haven't gone back to them, but I feel like by all accounts they hold up.
I think they're great books. I listen to the audiobooks if I'm ever on a flight. Or the radio play, I mean. And it's very funny.
Did you know, actually, that Doctor Who, or that Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy was actually originally written as a Doctor Who story?
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, it was the Cricket Men.
Oh, from Life, the Universe, and Everything? The Cricket Men. They have to find the bales, and that was originally an episode of Doctor Who.
So he thanks the computer, and then he hears... He's like, well, I guess I'm going to die. And then he hears Moonlight Serenade playing, and he's like, what the hell? And he looks over, and the TARDIS is parked inside the ship, and Rose is like, well, fucking hurry up.
This is what I was telling you this during the Rebel Flesh episode of, like, what is the logistics of the TARDIS teleporting? And I said it could just become the wall or the door of a building. This is what I mean. There you go.
Yep. So Jack runs into the TARDIS, which safely flies away from the ship.
I like the doctor's like, close the door. Your ship's about to explode, and I don't want there to be a draft.
He's like, close the fucking door, idiot. And he and Rose are dancing, and he's like grumbling about how he's like, I swear to God, I used to be good at this. I do have a note here, which is, I noticed the fucking hat stand that we saw Leela setting up in The Invisible Enemy from 1977.
Does the TARDIS have, like, the inside of the TARDIS has changed considerably from now and then and even into Jodie's episode, like, but is there, like, consistent TARDIS furniture that we could look out for?
I don't know how much, but I did see on the wiki there is an article for this specific hat stand. It's just... It's around.
That rules. I love that.
Yeah. Speaking of hats, on our next Patreon episode on Horror of Fang Rock, the Fourth Doctor's got a really good weird-ass hat moment that I can't wait to talk about on patreon.com/pottyverse. So, there's a silly little joke here where they welcome him to the TARDIS, and he says the classic bigger on the inside, and the Doctor says, you better be.
What does that mean? Can you explain that joke to me? I don't get it.
It means that the Doctor got a bad impression of Jack Harkness, but he's kind of trusting Rose that this guy, that there's more to him than the Doctor thinks there is.
Oh, bigger on the inside. I got you. Okay.
Yeah. And then he changes the song to a more upbeat song, also by the Glenn Miller Orchestra.
In the Mood by Glenn Miller. And then he's like, aha, I remember now. And then he does like a funny dance. And
he starts whipping a nay-nang, and he's like, that's right. I know how to do this.
Yeah, he does the hype dance.
He's like, wait a minute, I know what the problem is. It's just, this isn't my song. Hold on.
Oppa Gangnam Style.
You.
Oh. There's like a bespoke Doctor-themed cover of Crank That Soulja Boy.
God. So this is, I didn't quite understand what this ending was, because Rose like wanted to dance with Jack, but the Doctor's like, fuck that, you're dancing with me. And then Jack just stands there awkwardly smiling as he watches them dance.
Fairy tales can come true. It could happen to you.
Ancient Jerkadit reference. Or I guess
it works because they have a considerable age gap, too, if you think about it. If
Anyway.
you survive to 909.
But then I cheered and stood and stomped and clapped my feet when we see the next time on. Did you watch it this time?
Do you remember the fucking reptilian?
I remember the
aliens?
weird little guys, the Slithians.
The Slithians who they take off their skin suits and it plays
And
fart
fucking hell,
JPEG.
Army of Ghosts, Rose is like, well, Leeds or whoever it was elected a ghost MP. The Doctor looks. He's like, oh, my amazing mood has been ruined as he looks at the newspaper and he's like, a Slithian was elected mayor of Cardiff.
This is back in the early days of Doctor Who, where a considerable portion of the plot revolves around Cardiff because this was made by BBC Wales. I think that does stop happening after a certain point, but Cardiff
I will say, to clarify, not that it matters because we're not doing this episode right now, but it wasn't that a Slithian was elected mayor of Cardiff. It was that a human
person who.
Yes, because the Slithians impersonate humans and explode out of their faces.
They're reptilians, basically.
They are reptilians, but they're reptilians with silly little baby faces
very
that
funny,
I love.
And they make fart sounds when they climb out of their
That's
their
right,
suits.
they do make fart sounds. And yes, the Slithian mayor of Cardiff wants to build a nuclear power plant on top of a space-time rift or something. We'll get that eventually. But for now...
My most favorite part of the episode.
Well, first off...
I
give it an A.
A+. This is Doctor Who at its finest.
Absolutely.
It'll be hard to top.
Not only is it really good at what it is, this is what I think of Doctor Who as.
This is everything I want an episode of Doctor Who to be, doing it
absolutely
as best as it could possibly be. It's and I really like it's set in a moment in history, right? It looks good. It doesn't look super expensive like Rosa did. That made me... Yeah.
Great episode.
Just a great episode all around. But
everyone let's find out if we'll have a great episode next time.
Well, we still haven't seen Capaldi. You're hoping... I feel like you're holding out for a Smithisode.
I mean, I would love a Capaldi.
I would like a Capaldi. I also... You know what? I'm also missing Matt as well.
Lauren's in here, so Lauren's going to get to find out what we're watching next time.
For transparency, I would like you to share your screen so I can...
I'm already in it, sorry.
Oh, okay. No funny business.
Capaldi's here.
Oh, okay.
We've got Series 10, Episode 3, Thin Ice.
Thin Ice, that sounds interesting.
Oh, Matt Lucas is in this one.
Oh, I know him from the baking show. He's my least favorite of the hosts.
This one got good reviews.
Oh, okay. Who wrote it? Moffat? Moffat?
It was Sarah Dollard.
Oh, I see. I'm looking at this is just giving me every Doctor Who fucking writing.
Thin Ice received mostly positive reviews from critics, with many labeling the topic of racism in the episode as well executed. Great for us. We've all been waiting.
We absolutely love when we get a chance to talk about racism on our Doctor
Who
podcast.
I literally said at the end of our Rosa episode, thank God we don't have to talk about segregation anymore.
I'm seeing a review from radiotimes.com how Doctor Who addresses race and racism in Series 10 episode Thin Ice. Well, if it got good reviews,
it got good reviews.
I'm excited to.
We're gonna see Peter Capaldi.
I'm excited to see Peter Capaldi. He looks like a real fucking freak.
I mean, nothing will ever come
how
close
he looked in the Suicide Squad.
To Thinker in Suicide. Suicide Squad.
Nasty boy in the Suicide
Vile
Squad.
Man.
Disgusting. Good movie though.
It was pretty good.
I liked it.
It was alright. It wasn't bad.
I liked it.
Jordan?
Yeah.
If people like this podcast, did you know that they can support us on patreon.com/pottingbros?
Not only can they support us on patreon.com/pottingbros, but actually there's altruistically, thank you for supporting us and showing us that you like what we do. But selfishly, you actually get access to something really cool. IMO, which is you get our bonus episodes, which is when we talk about a randomly selected Doctor Who serial, and I have been informed that our next
classic
episode...
Doctor Who, to be
classic
clear.
Doctor Who serial. I've been informed that our next episode, Tom Baker episode called The Horror of Fang Rock, which is what we're doing next, is one of Tom Baker and one of the Fourth Doctor's most beloved episodes ever, so...
I watched part 1 of the 2 parts we're going to be watching, and I'm excited for part 2.
That'll be cool. So that's, $1.
Also, I
$1.
did just realize it's 2022 as we record this, but this is going to be our first episode of the new year. Happy New Year!
Oh, it's like we're traveling through time as we
Whoa,
speak.
this episode's not going to come out for
okay, so what was it? Oh yeah, $1 gets you all of that, all of our episodes, plus every other piece of bonus bullshit that we've done.
I mean, I guess you can do this.
I don't know why I'm doing this, but I'm doing it.
What else does it get you?
It gets you all kinds of stuff. You can listen to our Kylix Y fanfic specials, our Secret Life fanfic specials, the Grant High School Grant High School Exchange program. Oh, also it gets you a very special role in our Discord it gets you a special role in our Discord.
Well,
you can do it. I don't have any of this shit in front of me. Abort, abandon joke.
It gets you a pretty special role in our Discord
Thank
server,
you.
marking you as lightly coated in slime, plus all the other stuff that Jordan said, which was correct. $5 gets you a pretty special role in our Discord server, marking you as entirely covered in slime. We will slime you real good.
We'll get the Nickelodeon secret formula and take it to your house personally.
We're going to be watching Capaldi.
Yeah.
Okay. She's never seen Capaldi in anything. What?
It's not true.
Never even
Where have
knew
you
about
seen
it.
him in?
I watched it in the loop, and I watched his first season as the Doctor.
Oh,
Oh.
shit. I don't know if I knew that.
Well,
Well, okay. Well, anyway, $5 also gets you a shout out on the podcast, and you can send us a message that we'll read in any of our funny voices. I don't know that we've named them on Doctor Huh, but we got Ben voice, we got Kyle XY voice, we got Dalek voice now, Steppenwolf voice, whatever the fuck you want.
It must be very, I have to assume that there's some people who are joining us just for Doctor Who, which first of all,
sure.
If you're here just for that, welcome.
Hi.
But if you're not familiar with our other podcasts that we've done and all of our funny voices, this must be very confusing when you say without any context the phrase Ben voice.
Ben Boykovich from The Secret Life of the American Teenager
voice?
and his iconic voice that doesn't sound anything like him.
It sounds like him.
He sounds like this.
He sounds like this.
He sounds like this.
He kind of sounds like Squidward.
See? I don't do it very often these days. It never sounds right anymore.
Droopy Mole Man voice.
$10 gets you an incredibly special Discord role, marking you as a companion of the show made of slime, which lets you listen to the podcast live while we record it. Thank you to our $10 and $5 subscribers: Cassidy, Destryhawk, H. Cabe, Colin Padgett Arnold, Dan Big Challenger Silva, JCH, Roy, Stephanie B, Stephanie Karen, and Tasty Sea Sponge, and Jordan.
What?
We have a message this week.
I think it's my turn.
Let me paste this for you.
Just like that kid in the episode got pasted.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. Fuck you! Yeah, I'm still gonna make you read this. You know that, right? Who sent this in, by the way?
Oh, nobody. I lied.
Oh, we don't have a... Okay, well, cool then. Sam, here, I'll send you a message that I sent in through our
Is it going to be
Patreon.
the same message?
I'm going to send this to you, and I would like you to read this in Sam voice, and I would like you to take our, we had a good time this week, but I think it'd be good if we could all close our eyes, bow our heads, and before we leave this week, maybe you could lead our congregation in a prayer.
Do I have to read it twice?
You have to
of my
read it
joke?
once, in Sam voice, please.
May your life flow like a river.
Oh, this is your real voice? Confirmed?
Huh?
I said,
I kind of tone it down for the podcast.
Oh, okay.
May your days smell sweet as a rose. May your nights be calm and still as an Amy pond.
Oh, ooh.
May you be as lucky as an ace in a game of blackjack Harkness.
Hey, we know who he is now.
I'm so bad at this voice now. It's been so long. And may the Doctor light your path through time.
Light your path through time!
I'm trying so hard not to do a Mark Pruksch W.C. Fields voice.
Well, you can do that one later. Bye, everybody!
Bye. We're on Noise Space.